Hey everyone, so previously I looked at some bootleg action figures, and I've always looked at a lot of bootleg Lego stuff on this channel as well, and here are 3 more, I think they're knockoff NECA stuff, because with NECA you can never be too sure, because I'm going to tell you right now, these are really close to the originals and could come from the original factory where they manufacture NECA as well. For those who don't know, NECA of course produces most of their toys in China in the factories, and for many years now a lot of bootleg NECA stuff have come out from said same factories. What they do is, after NECA does their stuff, they keep the molds, use some cheaper plastic or cheaper ways to produce more figures, and in that sense, because they're using the exact same molds, there is a certain amount of quality there. So today we're taking a look at 3 different alien figures from the old Kenner adapted line and see how well these stack up. I don't have the originals, but I have played with official NECA aliens before, a long time ago, just the regular alien figure. But before we look at these 3 figures, I'm just going to give a minor warning here. These do get, now I know aliens are disgusting. If you're watching this video, you probably like aliens and you know they're very phallic and disgusting. But these 3 figures go in more of the bug icky stuff. So if you have arachnophobia or you just don't like bugs in general, as much as I like these figures, even when I picked up one of these, I was kind of like, ugh, ooh. So it's not a big deal, it's just kind of like, I just felt kind of uncomfortable on the figures for a while, like until I got used to it. So just a minor warning here. So today we take a look at the gorilla alien. This is fine, the warning's not for this. But we also have the praying mantis alien, which is the icky one you'll see in a moment. And we have the queen facehugger pack, which of course if you don't like spiders, and if you have families at home who don't like spiders. And also there is this slightly smaller queen facehugger in here that could be mistaken for something actually nasty. I don't know if you come from Australia or something. So just make sure you tie these yourself after you mess around with them and put them in proper boxes or containers. And without further ado, let's take a look how well these figures actually are. So here they are, all 3 of them in their packaging, and I am going to just unbox one of these, but you don't need to see the process for all 3 of these because it's going to be mostly the same. And if I turn these around, this is Gorilla Alien there, has a bit of the stats on there. And it seems that only the Gorilla alien has that. These other 2 boxes, they don't have any information on the side. The yellow box on the back of the packaging said, dark, empty, silent. This is deep space. And Fisher's aliens are attacking. One force has the guns and the guts to face these ugly monsters. Send in the heavy metal, send in the space marines. The invasion is on. Okay then. And over on this one, the Gorilla alien, it says origin, the jungle planet Zevan, Z-E-E-V-A-N. 31 workers, 1 queen. That's I guess how many, that's the size of the colony they encountered, I guess. High blood acid concentration, 75.32%. And the structure point, rapid fire weapons, crack exoskeleton. So just shoot it. So on the side here it says Dark Horse comic book inside, and these bootlegs do have that. They didn't cheap out on that. So I just sort of cut around the plastic, and one of the things you notice with these compared to the official ones is, while they look the same from a distance, as soon as she goes up the packaging is very flimsy, and that's where they cheap out, I guess, to save money and stuff. And the cardboard on the back is, I guess, almost the same as a regular. Now this one did have zip ties and stuff on the packaging, just like a real NECA stuff, but I've already messed around these figures just a little bit. So I'm just gonna get the Gorilla alien now. It's got this replacement head thing and a blue facehugger, which is something that you would have gotten in the original releases. Although this one's not transparent like the original ones. Here are the comic books. Now I mentioned earlier in the video that I did have one of these figures as a kid, and I had the Gorilla alien, but for some reason I had this comic book because I was thinking, okay, I was opening this and I didn't recognize what was happening here. I was like, I've not read this, I've not seen it. There's someone arriving on the planet and there were these 4-armed gorilla things. So these gorilla aliens are not from Earth's gorillas, but like an alien gorilla planet. And they facehug them and create those creatures. I've never read this, I've never seen it. And this mantis swarm one, I've seen 1 or 2 images on like wiki searches and stuff because I always thought this was a pretty cool, alien to have. And again, I've not read this, but I guess on the planet, and they're killing the aliens and ships and stuff. And I guess when I eventually have all of these, I'll have a complete set of these comics, so that's cool. But this was the one I have because I recognized this, them coming down from the ship. in this station, I recognize all of this. So maybe I got the alien gorilla figure from someone who didn't want it and they just so happened to have another book, or it was put in the wrong packaging. I have vague memories of the Gorilla Aliens packaging, so maybe it was an error. If any of you had this as a young kid, can someone tell me, like, were the comics randomly packed with the figures? But that would seem silly because these comics were there to help introduce the different types of aliens. So I don't know, must have been an error or something. I don't have that comic book anymore, but this is still a huge nostalgia trip for me. This is very much zoomed in on one of these pages, and you see that the printing, sharp, spot on. The paper feels like good quality, like proper quality, so yeah. I'm almost questioning if this is legit. Just the only thing that makes me sure that this is bootleg is how much cheaper it is than the official stuff, and that I bought it on a Chinese seller on Tumblr who sells other bootleg figures. But who knows, maybe some of the stuff in here is the exact same as the official stuff. Gorilla Alien first, here is the blue facehugger. If you have any of the NECA facehugger packs or accessories, this is the exact same thing, it's just done in blue. Let's see, is there any wiring in him? No, he is full rubber plastic. And it's also a little bit messed up on there, so I guess a hot water bath should cure these warped bits. And even in blue and black, he's still quite nasty underneath. But yes, this is the exact same thing. Silver tips. They're like manicures, I guess. They're like manicures. Ha 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 ha, man eat kills. So here is the Gorilla Alien. Just gonna zoom out there. He has the black cover on him right now. I'm just gonna show this feature. You just pop this off, and he has this really nice sculpt underneath here, and these tube tentacles that go into the eye sockets. That's nasty. And then you trying to put this transparent one on it, and it doesn't quite fit. That's what I get with bootlegs, huh? I guess it's just see, the front does really well. It's not long enough. Like, they ran out of plastic. They didn't quite mold enough of this. And just because of that, it doesn't want to stay on, so that's annoying. You sort of see the skull-like pattern underneath, but oh well. So I'll just leave the black one off too. He has the regular features of any of these alien toys. You have the little mouth thing that comes out. You see the Family Guy one with a little mouth. It's like the voice of that gay guy in the show is like, I like to come out too. That's funny. And so anyway, so head is I guess on the regular neck joint, sort of a, let's see, peg and swivel maybe. Yep, it's got full rotations. Mouth opens of course and closes. It's a little bit loose, but it doesn't fall down once you touch it, so that's good, I guess. And hands, got the regular peg and swivels there, and upper arm rotation. Elbows on the double joints. Does it have any rotation here? Yes. So these are, I'm guessing all of these joints are just basically pegs. So you got the swivel there. Hands on the hinge and swivel too. And the whole thing's made out of a soft-ish plastic. You see it's very durable and bendy. So it's kind of like, I guess, the same plastic used with Hasbro stuff. So it's soft. But maybe because of how big and chunky these are, they don't feel, the torso feels quite solid. So that's good. And they've managed to paint all the details on here. So that's good too. This piece is just soft and rubbery and just sort of there to hide the joints. See that? So our leg goes up, back, some rotation here, double knee joint, that's a lot, and feet, peg and swivel, and you got the hinge for the toes. As for the tail, it seems like there's a wire in here. The wire goes all the way up to the tip, where you have this this claw thing on the end of the tail that helps them swing through the trees. The overall joints aren't that tight, they're a little bit loose, but he can still stand there because the joints have little clicky systems, which in this case works because of if it being slightly loose. I would be more annoyed if this thing kept falling over, but he can stand, so yay. I'll just stand him in the back right there with his little blue facehugger pet cousin, I guess. Alright, if you have arachnophobia, just look away now. So we have the queen facehugger and a slightly smaller queen facehugger. You got these transparent pieces of plastic here, and the transparent parts are hard plastic, so no soft transparent plastic for you. And then all these legs, yep, they're just molded on. There's no articulation with them, and once again, probably a little bit of hot water to help that. Is there wire in this tail now? Full rubber. So this is just like a piece, right? You can't really do much with it. It's just sort of poses. The color and painting is of, yeah, really cool, crimson and stuff. Okay, so here's the actual queen now. She does have some articulation and nasty. So these legs there, they're all on little blue ball pegs, and this one's a little bit loose, so that's annoying, but you can plug that back on. The matted bows are also just on little ball pegs there, so they have some movement, just a little bit, and costing will take us all balls. Any articulation in the tail? No, still just a single rubber piece. That's actually quite annoying. Wonder if that's how the original one is as well, because if you're getting a package of just 2 of these big face huggers, as cool as they look, you do want them to have some playability, some posability. Can you imagine this just hanging on a tube or something like that and just slowly coming down? Ew! Okay, and the final one. Now this one really did get me a little bit. It was off-putting for me, but I picked it up because the original praying mantis alien was very cool in the original line. Oh, there goes the alien. Even he doesn't like it. But this one here, this just got a little bit on that icky bug side, and I'm not too happy with it. I guess it's design choice. If you like that stuff and being super gross, I know aliens meant to be gross, but this went a little bit too far in some of the bits. It's just me. You got this chest burster thing, no wires again, but this is the exact same one you get in other sets, just again painted differently. I do want some Tango Apple now. Okay, so this is the bit that got to me. Just get the arms out the way. His little belly thing right there. That was a little bit too much. When I just picked him out of the box, I was like, ew. I mean, yeah, I'm still putting him now. I just, But the rest of it's really cool. I like the total transparent green plastic thing going on, and I like these silver highlights. These are really nice. So just like the other one, you have his mouth open, and I think his little tongue thing is a little bit stuck on him. Maybe that's the paint. Just too much paint, but yeah. It's coming out. Come on. It comes out a little bit. There you go. It's a bit shy. Really tight in there, so that could happen. Same head articulations as the other one, but of course he does have these weird shoulder thingies that just get in the way of some articulation. That's to be expected. Seems the joints are made out of a solid color, which is fine because it's hidden for the most part, and transparent plastic is not as secure as a solid colored one, so you do want those to be secure because they are joints. Again, this is soft plastic here, and let's see, very transparent plastic green there. So, and these little things balls do have the peg and swivel joint there, but there's paint on the joint itself, which is why it's really tight. But I guess it'll loosen up over time, as well as the paint rubbing off, so you see a bit of green there. But so we can have little claw actions, and the hands themselves have the joints too. Got a joint up there as well, so lots of movement on these arms. And the legs, the same as the other one. No toe joints here because you got these big sort of triangle claw legs there. And if you stand him right, I think he's doing a weird dancing pose, but he's a little bit looser than the other gorilla alien, but he can stand quite well. So as you can see, all 3 of these aliens are appropriately disgusting. So yeah, outside of the price point and the sort of flimsy and really soft plastic packaging, everything is accounted for and is here. And you know, the joints are slightly on the loose side, but they're not terrible. So for me, really, there are no distributors for NECA stuff in Hong Kong. It's really hard to get. So for me, it was much easier to pick these up at a lower price and just have some nice alien figures around. Now, if NECA did have some proper official distributors in Hong Kong where I can easily get these, I'd be more than happy to pick up a few official NECA stuff. In fact, since NECA has gotten the International Ninja Turtles line, I pre-ordered the 2 packs of Ninja Turtles classic animation. So you got the Turtles and Shredder and Krang. Finally, I'm gonna have a proper Shredder figure, a good one. It's been so many years and we never got a good one. Bandai teased the Figuarts one, never released it. There's some other off-brands, and you got the larger scale ones, and I really look forward to NECA releasing a 1/6 scale of their Shredder movie character, and I hope they do a Splinter, and I'll definitely buy that as well. But as of right now, this is the easiest way for me to get any alien figures, and unfortunately is the knockoff stuff. I think. I'm still not entirely convinced, because even on the packaging they have all of the official NECA stuff on here, which is usually rubbed off with these knockoffs, but I don't know, could be real, but too cheap to be real, so yeah. In conclusion, if you can't find the official stuff, which has been out for a while, these are definitely good substitutes. Or if you have the official one, something broke maybe, you need some spare parts, these are also pretty good substitutes, so definitely consider these. And on the same shop, they have the next wave of these aliens, which I'm definitely gonna pick up. You know, got the Cobra alien and the Sarge guy. So that's pretty cool. So I definitely look forward to picking those up. And of course, I'll do a video on them as well. As always, if you found this video useful, click the thumbs up button and of course share this with other people. And as always, you can support this channel by turning ad block off somewhere. And also head over to Patreon. As always, take care, have a nice day. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye now.